QAP request response model. This is the second layer in the QAP abstraction layer. The request is sent using a conformable or non-conformable message. There are several scenarios depending on if the server can answer immediately to the client request, or it has to respond back after some time, or it will not send any response if the answer is not available. These are the few scenarios. If the server can answer immediately to the client request, then if the request is carried using a conformable message, the server sends back to the client an acknowledgement message containing the response or the error code. Anyhow, the server has to respond back to the client either with the proper response or with error codes. See this picture, client to the server and server to the client, acknowledgement is sending back. As you can notice in the QAP message, there is a token. This token is different from the message ID and it is used to match the request and the response. Whether this particular request is connecting with the particular response, okay, not to any other else response. And if the server cannot answer to the request coming from the client immediately, then it sends an acknowledgement message with an empty response. Okay, so it is not the proper response. Okay, so it is sending an acknowledgement message with an empty response. So as soon as the response is available, then the server sends a new conformable message to the client containing the proper response. At this point, the client sends back an acknowledgement message. See this diagram. First of all, client is sending a conformable message to the server, and now server is sending the acknowledgement with an empty response. Okay, empty response. So as soon as the response is available at the server side, then it is again sending back the conformable message to the client. Okay, so now in this time, client will be sending the acknowledgement message to the server. Okay, see this is the QAP message format. It uses compact messages. Okay, to avoid fragmentation, a message occupies the data section of a user description protocol datagram. A message is made by several following parts. Okay, so VER represents version. It is a 2-bit unsigned integer indicating the version. See here, and T, it is a 2-bit unsigned integer indicating the message type. Okay, so 0 refers to that it is a conformable message, and 1 refers to that it is a non-conformable message. Then TKL represents token length. It is of 4-bit length, and CODE, code, it is the code response. It is of 8-bit length, and message ID, it is the message ID expressed with 16 bits, and so on. QAP security aspects. QAP uses user description protocol to transport information. Okay, so QAP relies on UDP security aspects to protect the information. As HTTP uses TLS over TCP, QAP uses datagram TLS over UDP. Okay, see, as we have seen earlier, most of the features of QAP are very similar to HTTP. Okay, so here for security purpose in QAP, DTLS is used. Okay, datagram TLS. In some constrained devices, some of DTLS cipher suits may not be available. So it is very important to notice that some cipher suits introduce some complexity, and constrained devices may not have resources enough to manage it. See this after adding security to the QAP protocol. Thank you.